What is up, guys? I am Joey here, and I am having a mental breakdown because of the Villa. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, you guys. There we go. Much better. What is up, guys? I am Joey, and welcome back to another Villa Talk episode number 2. I'm fiddling around with the audio at the moment, so I do apologise if this quite isn't on, I do apologise if this isn't spot on exact, but I am trying my absolute best. Last time, I do apologise, I had an issue with my camera that I was recording on. I had the settings to cut out on to 10 minutes into the video. Well, I always have a second camera set up, so don't you worry about that, guys, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. I think I fixed that issue. Anyway, today I'm here to talk about the Man City Cup final that happened last Sunday. And also I'm here to talk about the Leicester game that we faced yesterday. The Leicester game we faced yesterday. Oh my... Guys, let me know in the comments what you thought about the Leicester game yesterday. But anyway, first of all, I'm going to talk about the Man City Cup final. I actually watched the whole game from start to finish. I watched the whole, I think it was 2 or 3 hour thing on Sky Sports. The after interviews, the celebrations, all that stuff. As I would have done if Villa won, and I obviously did when Villa did lose. Now, the score, I honestly thought we were going to get absolutely pumped 6 or 7-0 when it was, I think it was 2-0 within the first half an hour or so. I really did think we were genuinely going to get absolutely smashed about, like I said, 6 or 7-0. I genuinely thought it would be a record-breaking defeat at Wembley in a cup final. So I was pleasantly surprised. There we go. So yeah, I did genuinely think we were going to get like absolutely pumped 6 or 7-0, and it turns out we didn't, which is good. We didn't get absolutely thrashed, obliterated, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't overly horrendous, which of course is only a good thing. But, however, we still lost. I was heavily disappointed because if you haven't checked out my first Villa Talk video, please do go and check that out. I did genuinely think we were in for as much of a chance as them. And the team selection was a bit strange. El Ghazi started, which I wouldn't have done after the performance the week before. But then again, that's absolutely fine. We actually played, I would say, especially when we were 2-0 down, I'd say we played actually quite well. We prevented them from scoring very well. We prevented them from really creating anything very immediate. We looked good on the counter-attack especially. We looked good going forward. Samatta was good. Obviously, he scored. Congratulations to him and all the Tanzanians. Congratulations to you for scoring in the first Tanzanian to ever score at Wembley. First to ever score in a cup final at Wembley. That's brilliant. So congratulations to him. But yeah, I just thought the overall game was just obviously Man City were the better team, obviously, because let's face it, they are. I wasn't expecting to win. I thought we might have an inkling of a chance if we really, really hit them hard straight away, but 2-0 down is always an uphill battle against Man City. Overall, I was completely positive from the game. I thought, brilliant, now we can concentrate on the league. Not only that, we can concentrate on the league. The players looked like they were up for it, which was good. All the players played reasonable. Nobody completely went missing. I do just genuinely think some players just shouldn't be anywhere near the first team, and just unfortunately just aren't good enough. and Nyland started, which is good, which is what I wanted, and he proven it was the right decision. He kept it at 2-1 very well. So yeah, overall with the cup final, I was as pleased as I could have been with the loss, to be honest with you, and I think most Villa fans were satisfied to lose 2-1. Obviously, it was heavily disappointed to those that travelled down to Wembley, spent a couple of £100 or £500 on going down to Wembley, watching the Villa losing. But at least we lost in more or less the best possible way. The fans were absolutely fantastic, singing all the way through. The Villa fans, some of them were in the Man City end, which was unreal. I do genuinely think if we'd have been given the whole of the 80,000 tickets, I do think we probably would have sold them out. And I do think we would have probably sold them out before general sale. Our fans absolutely fantastic. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about the Man City game. Now let's move on to yesterday. Yesterday we played Leicester in the Premier League, and this is the team. I've got the team in front of me now. This is the team that was played yesterday. So I'm just going to look to my right if it looks a bit skew if I'm looking at the team. So we had Rayner in goal, of course. Gilbert, which has an on and off day, so I'm fine with that. Engels Mings, which at this point in time is a no-brainer because Courtney House isn't up as good of those. Konza to me is a bit too young. Yeah, no one else should be anywhere near that back two. And on the left, Target, which is absolutely what we want. Taylor should not be a left back unless we're desperate. I'd rather put Gilbert at left back than Taylor. So anyway, midfield was Douglas Luiz and Nakamba and Hurahan. Now, to me, that's three defensive midfields. So they obviously didn't want them to smash us like they did last time. Three defensive midfielders. Hurahan runs backwards and forwards. Fair enough, he does attack and is absolutely scores some banging free kicks. So I totally get that. Now, Nakamba and Douglas Luiz, to me, are very similar players, and I think Nakamba is better. The only thing that Douglas Luiz can do that Nakamba can't is Douglas Luiz can score a banger every 10 games or so, or maybe even 20 now, I'm not sure. So, personally for me, I wouldn't have played both of them. I would have probably played... yeah, you see, exactly. There's just no one I don't know. I think I just would have played 4. I just don't think I would have played 5. It's just not really... We need to win. We're away, and we try to defend against Leicester. It's not going to happen. We've got the worst defensive record now after yesterday. We have the worst defensive record in the league, and I just think that just says it all. We just, with that, we don't attack that much that we just... A sponge can only take so much water. A brick wall can only take so much hitting with a hammer until it starts to crack. And our defence isn't the best anyway. So we went into this game, I believe, trying to be defensive and nicking it on the counter by the looks of how we played. And we can't play on the counter against Leicester. That's shown yesterday. Man City, we were great. But against Leicester, they defended. They were way too organised and probably expected that. They knew that we were going to be fighting for our lives. And to be honest with you, I just think that they saw that. They predicted that. And tactically, they had literally every resolution under the sun to try and prevent that. And they did really well, obviously, because we didn't score. So, but I'll get onto that in a second. So personally, I wouldn't have gone that defensively. Now, the next one I want to talk about is Al Mohammadi. Al Mohammadi is a right back. He's a right wing back, and we were playing him in midfield. I don't have a problem with that, providing that we have another attacking midfield. But Hurahan, to me, can't lift the midfield like McGinn can. He's trying, but he just can't. He's not McGinn, and he's brilliant at free kicks, and he's brilliant at corners and picking out a pass every now and then. But he's not McGinn. He doesn't run forward with the same intensity as McGinn. Like I said, at the moment, we're kind of a little bit scraped for choice because McGinn is injured and no one else can play in midfield apart from Drinkwater. And quite frankly, I'd rather have Hurahan on the team. But, you just look at the team, and I probably would have took either Douglas Luiz out or Hurahan, and I'd have put another up top like Davis or Trezeguet, and I would have had El Mohammadi on the right, Trezeguet on the left. But never mind, that obviously didn't happen. I'd rather have back a midfield four of Horahan, Nakamba, and then on the left or the right El Mohammadi, on the other one Trezeguet, or even El Ghazi instead of El Mohammadi. But I do like the El Mohammadi Trezeguet connection, so I do like El Mohammadi to play at right back when Trezeguet is playing at right wing. I do like that connection because that's what beat Leicester last time. But I don't know why we didn't do that again. We were a completely different team to what beat Leicester last time. I know it's a cup, so it was very different, but I probably would have had El Mohammadi on the right, Trezeguet on the right wing, and then in the middle I would have had Hurahan and Nakamba, and then on the left I would have had like El Ghazi. Do you know what I mean? Something like that, because I know he can play on the left. So that's just what I would have preferred, and then I would have preferred to have Samatta and Davis up top, or even Samatta and Jack behind. But obviously he's playing Jack on the left still. He's filling out that left midfield role, and he's not a left mid. He's nowhere near a left mid. He can't play left mid. He always either gets caught out possession or fouled, which fouled is brilliant because it slows the game down, and sometimes it's in really dangerous areas. So I get what he's going for. But to me personally, I just don't really want that. I would rather just be full intensity attacking with the wingers, bombing up and down the wings, and then the right and left backs, then they can stay where they are rather than bombing up and down the amount of times Gilbert got caught out yesterday because he was bombing up and down the wing and couldn't track back was ridiculous. I do like Gilbert. That's not me slating Gilbert. I do genuinely like Gilbert. He does remind me of Hutton though. He's like a young version of Hutton. And that's not a bad thing because I like Hutton, especially in the Championship. I thought he was very, very good, but not in the Prem. And I do think he runs... I don't know whether Smith's relying on him to run up that right wing because we've got no one else, or whether like the overlap's just not working. I don't know. I just don't like the setup as a whole. And it hasn't changed entirely too much. The only time he changed it yesterday is when we were either 2, 3 or 4-0 down, and he put 2 up top. No, I don't think he even put 2 up top. I don't even know if he put 2 up top, but it seems to be the only time he will change the formation or change the tactics is when we're already beat and we're smashed. We need to go into a game with a completely different tactic and position because we are becoming very predictable. Counter-attack. Oh, their right back's no longer at right back. He's at right mid. I'm just going to run down the right wing, left wing, sorry, and just there's no right back to tackle me, so I can put in a cross. Mings did like a dead fish impersonation. I think personally it did hit his shoulder, but obviously it is impeding the ball, so penalty given. Can't really moan. It was just so bad, and we're getting caught out so badly. And Mings is great in the Championship. Engels have not seen anywhere else other than the Premiership, but he seems to be on the same sort of level as Mings. They're great in the Championship level. If we get caught out with no right back, and fuck knows where the left back was, if we get caught out and Mings does a diving fish head in the centre, by the penalty spot, and he's got no other option to do that. I mean, personally, I don't know why he didn't stick out his leg, but if he's got no other option to do that, then no wonder, like, we're getting caught out no right back because he's too far up. Midfield is basically non-existent and getting cut through like butter. The attack is atrocious, but that's not down to the players. I do genuinely think that's down to the tactics. And that leads me on to the next thing I'm about to say. I'm not a Smith out. Don't even start me. I'm not. But I do think he is not tactically adept. He is not. He doesn't know. But I do believe that's the things that Terry should know. Why is he there? He is one of the best defenders England in my generation has ever seen. He is one of the best. Lampard is doing fine at Chelsea, so he's got the capability and the knowledge. What is going on? Is it Smith just completely saying, nah, you can just be a coach, like you can just do the runarounds and we can deal with the tactical decisions? Is that what's happening? Or does Terry deal with the defensive formation? Because if he is, either the players aren't listening or they're wrong. Because like yesterday, every time we got attacked on the left-hand side, more or less, and Gilbert, the right back, was not there. He got took off in the end because he wasn't even there. Like, I like Gilbert as well. I think Gilbert's a really good player. I do like his style of play. I like the way he slides tackles. I like the way he does bomb up the wing. But I do think he goes too far up. I do think... so say here's the right back, here's the right wing. I do think the right back should only run so far until he gets to the right wing position. That's what a right winger's for. Then the right winger should go off and do the rest, so Gilbert can go back, just in case he does get caught out like he did yesterday multiple times. So, anyway, Leicester smashed us. They didn't even bring on Vardy until about the 70th minute. That tells me everything that you need to know, really. They didn't even play Vardy. When I only watched the second half because I was at work for the first half, but I rushed home for that second half. And when I got home and saw we were already down, I think we were only down 1-0 though. What the fuck was the halftime talk? What did he say? Because we got smashed even worse in the second half than we did in the first. So, apparently. So... I just don't know where Dean Smith's tactical brain is coming from. The fact that we're getting beat so badly, and the fact that we're just losing every game. We are fighting a relegation battle. We had 2 games in hand. If we would have won this game and would have won against Chelsea, which I know is really unlikely, but if we had have, we would have gone to 15th. And then we would have been on the same amount of games played as everyone else, with the same points as 15th, but we are now still stuck at 19th because we are unable to win. And we now have the worst defensive record in the league. So that means if Norwich are on the same points as us, and for some reason Norwich are 17th and we are 16th, Norwich will go above us automatically because of that point tally, and we will go down. That's just not good enough for the captain of England and one of the best English defenders we've ever had to joint manage, assistant manage the team and be a coach role. I do genuinely think like, what is going on? Do you know where you just like, what does John Terry provide? Because I mean, they were talking about last year when they came up, the backroom staff was so crucial, like the knowledge in the backroom staff, people there like being like Hutton and stuff like that, just being just there. Like the knowledge and the talks and the backroom staff, like, so isn't that what John Terry should do? Or not? Am I just missing the point as to what he does? Now, I've been awfully negative in this video. I really try not to look at the negative side because I am super positive most of the times. But our next game is Chelsea. And they just smashed Everton. Like, smashed. And I'm just going to bring it up here. Right, so. Oh, my days. Right. Our next game was meant to be Newcastle, but it's been postponed. So we are 19th as it stands. We're 19th with 25 points with 1 game in hand. So if we win that 1 game, we go 25, 26, 27, 28. We will go to 16th. We actually will go to 16th with a point above the relegation zone, because 18th, 17th and 16th have all got 27 points. Now, if we'd have won yesterday or even drew, that would have took us to 26 points. And I really can't see us getting anything out of our last few games. They are really difficult. And we are 19th, so we're not even 18th, we're 19th. So, as it stands, we are actually genuinely relying on teams around us. And we have left to play. We have Sheffield, Newcastle, Liverpool, Man U, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Everton, and Arsenal and West Ham. With Chelsea to play this Saturday first. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games left. 9 games left. And I'm going to be honest, I'd really, really find it difficult because we've got so many difficult games. We've got, fair enough, after Chelsea, we've got Wolves, who are flying, by the way. I'm really, really impressed with Wolves again this season. They had a really poor start as well. So that's just shows that it can be... Wolves literally have shown Villa how it's done. And that really pains me to say it, but they have completely shown us how it's done. And it's embarrassing because the Villa team, players like Jack Grealish, McGinn, could walk into Wolves' team, but their mentality, their manager, their tactics are just leagues above Villa's. And I just genuinely, apart from Newcastle, Palace and West Ham and Everton, I genuinely don't see us getting anything out of the rest of the games this season. And even we got beat by Watford. Watford are below us, I think. Oh no, they're above us by 1 point, but we got smashed by Watford. So all of the other teams are above us now. We're not playing a single team below us anymore. West Ham are above us by a point. Newcastle are above us by 10 points. Wolves are above us by nearly 20 points. We've got Man United, who are above us by 20 points. Like, Chelsea are above us, who are above us by 23 points, I think. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, this is so difficult. The only chance we have of survival now is if we win every game and if teams around us lose. That is it. That is the bigger picture. If we lose the games like to Newcastle, Wolves, and especially West Ham on the last game of the season, if we lose to those, we're down. We're Championship next season. Jack will be gone. McGinn might be gone. Mings might be gone. Rayner will go back to his club. What I'm trying to get at is our players, our backbone, who have actually not stopped us from being smack bottom with probably minus -1 million points. Players like Jack, players like McGinn at the beginning of the season, players like Mings, who is having a bit of a mare lately. They have kept us from being rock bottom. And if those go, I genuinely cannot see us even coming back up, because we'll have no money to spend. We've just spent 100 and something million. I know we needed to replace the 11 or so players that left with 11 players, but I mean, it's just really difficult for me to get my head around what is going on at Villa. I genuinely don't know. Is it Smith? Is it the players' mentality? Is it the fact we're just not good enough? But I genuinely don't think it's the third one. I genuinely do think we're good enough, because we drew against Man United not too long ago, and we have beat good teams. We drew against Tottenham the first game of the season. I'm pretty sure we drew or lost in the last minute. Either way, my point is we can beat good teams. We can be as good as for good teams. But tactically, I just wish Smith would just change it up a bit, and either a 4-4-2. We've got nothing to lose at this point. It cannot get any better. Other than being bottom, it cannot get any worse than where we are. So we may as well change it up, because obviously what is happening is not working. And we only play good the last 10 minutes when Smith's actually changed his mind and be like, right, we need to win this game. Do you see where I'm getting at? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. McGinn, let's talk about some good things. McGinn is coming back on the Chelsea game. We know that for a fact. The Chelsea game is this Saturday. I think he'll come on as a sub for the 70th minute. He'll either come on as a sub for the 70th minute or he'll play the first half. Something like that. But personally, I don't know which one I'd do. Do we risk him and play him from the beginning and then take him off on the 70th minute? Or do we bring him on the 70th minute? Let me know in the comments what you think we should do with McGinn. The next player I want to talk about is Reina. What the fuck was that Leicester goal? Why was he that far out? Why was he running? Oh, his knowledgeable initiative was to come out and run 50 yards out and then try and tackle someone and get the ball when he couldn't even use his hands. For me, I think Nyland should start. Reina's just having a little bit of a nightmare lately, and I do think Nyland is showing a little bit that he's got a little bit better lately, especially when he was playing in the Cup. Oh, we've got nothing to lose, like I said. I'd play Nyland for the next game. Risk McGinn for 20 or so minutes at the end, I would also say. Just to get him on, get a few, get his blood pumping, get the feel for it again, because we're going to need him for the last 5 or so games desperately. Jack needs to be played in the middle. I'm sick of saying that. Jack needs to be played in the middle behind Samatta. On the left, yes, he wins fouls, but he's literally out there on his own. It's really annoying me. I want to say one more thing. How frustrated did Jack look at the end of the Leicester game? He literally was like, ugh, I fucking give up. There is also a Twitter sphere rumour going around that he has signed pre-contract agreements with United that apparently came from Jack Grealish's brother. If I can find that, I'll pop it on screen now. But apparently Jack's gone if we go down. Pre-contract, I believe, can be pulled out of if other contract terms are met, such as we stay up. But if we go down, that's where he's going, Man United, which I think he's better than United personally. I think he's a top 4 club, not a top 6. But there we are. Anyway, so I don't really think there's anything else much to talk about. I'm going to put on screen now my team that I personally would have against Chelsea. I'll talk about it now. So I'll obviously I'll have Gilbert on the right, Mings and Engels, or Mings and Konza, or Engels and Konza in the middle. I won't even ever let Courtney House near the team because I just don't think he's good enough. Target on the left because I don't want Taylor anywhere near the team. The only other time I'd play someone at left back is I'd have Gilbert at left back and El Mohammadi at right back, even though Gilbert's not a left back. I would literally rather do that than a Target, than Taylor be in the team. So yeah, that's my back. In the middle, I would have on the right, if El Mohammadi's playing, I'd have what's his name, Trezeguet on the right. I'd have Nakamba in the middle. I'd probably have Jack in the middle, and then I would have on the left, I would have either El Ghazi or see, this is me struggling. Probably El Ghazi, because there's literally no other left wing we've got other than Trezeguet who might be able to play there. So whichever way round you'd like them. And then up front I'd have Davis and Samatta, because we need to start playing, because otherwise we're going to be a laughing stock. We're already a laughing stock to Wolves. That's bad enough. I mean, I don't class them as a rival. They are within the vicinity, but they're as much as a rival as Shrewsbury, Coventry, the other nobodies. But it's just embarrassing. Even the Blues are laughing at us. I know they're the league below, but it is slightly this what we are watching. It is slightly embarrassing, and it needs to change. But yeah, that's the formation I would go for against Chelsea this Saturday. I will be watching. Last Chance Saloon Facebook group. If you guys would like to watch it as well with me, I will be posting the game there. But yeah, comment your thoughts. What do you think's going wrong at Villa? Are you a Smith in, a Smith out? I do think if we go down and Smith is here until the end of the season, I keep him if we go down because he has proven himself to be a good Championship manager. But I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just struggling. He's probably at home going, what do I do now? Do you know what I mean? Like, a bit like what we all are. I just don't know. I really, really, really don't know. I will always support Villa, though. We could go down to League One. I will always be a Villa fan. It's frustrating right now, guys, but we will pull through, I promise. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry, this has been another lengthy Villa video just for you guys because you guys have requested this so much. I've been asking you since the Man City game, do you want another one? And I've been umming and ahhing about popping it out there, but you know what? I love Villa so much. You guys absolutely show me you love Villa by the support on the last video. So thank you so much for watching that video and so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, please do leave a thumbs up, as these videos, I don't get paid. These are off my own back. I never ever get paid for a video on YouTube. This is all just directly from me personally to you guys. I really enjoy doing these as well. I love Villa. I really want to continue making these videos, so please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more Villa videos. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers within the next 6 months or so. 1,000 by the end of the year would be absolutely incredible, guys. So please do smash that subscribe button if you guys want to see some more Aston Villa videos, or if you want to see any more football videos in general. I love football. Obviously, Villa's my baby, but any more football videos in general, please do let me know as I watch. As long as I'm not at work, I pretty much watch football all the time. It's all I pretty much watch, apart from video games. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. Please do comment on what you think, whether you're a Smith in or a Smith out. Personally, I think if we get rid of him now, we'd go down anyway. So I'd just keep him, because let's face it, who else are you going to get that's going to come in to this squad and change things within 10 games? Personally, probably no one. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on everything we've just spoke about. Please do let me know if you want me to create more Villa content in the comments, what you guys would like me to talk about. I would like to actually do a video specifically about Jack, so let me know in the comments if you want to see that, and please do subscribe if you want to see that. I am Joey, and come on, up the Villa, we can do this, boys, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day.